And hello again, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Trinity Christian Academy as the Varsity Conquerors are getting ready to take on the Flashes of Hilliard High School. And the Conquerors in their 5-1 coming into tonight's play. Tough loss last night at Providence in a very close match. Those set scores, Trinity won the first one 25-23. Providence came back to win 25-17, 25-23, and 25-21. So the Conquerors took their first loss of the season last night against one of Florida's very best in the Stallions of Providence School of Jacksonville. Meanwhile, the Flashes come into tonight's play, no wins and 5 losses. Don't let that fool you, though. I looked at all their box scores, and almost every one of those sets, the Flashes had 20 to as many as 23 points. So they, even though they came away with losses, have played some very, very good volleyball. And the Flashes are led by head coach Denisha Alderman. She's assisted by Coach Bree Saunders. The program overseer is Miss Wanda Saunders, and the principal of Hilliard High School is Ms. Tammy Johnson. Conquerors led by head coach Crystal Dow in her 8th season and her assistants Emma Roberson and Kristen Butchley. And we are underway as Alyssa Cruz gets the first serve, and the varsity match has begun. Started late due to the duration of the junior varsity match, which the Conquerors won 2-0. There's Amaria King, and that one out of bounds. And a point for the Flashes. Oh no, my mistake. I thought the official called that out of bounds, so already my first mistake of the night on just the first play. So the Conquerors get the point 1-0. That's Amaria King, but blocked up front by Vivian Gorey. And the Flashes on the board. It's 1-1. Amaria King is up for last week's Student Athlete of the Week on Jacksonville.com. So go to Jacksonville.com under the sports section and vote for Amaria King as the Student Athlete of the Week. And Amaria King came into tonight's play with 110 kills. Got that effort a moment ago. Here's another effort, and this one is good. It's deflected out of bounds and a point for the Conquerors. Vivian Gorey trying to block yet another one from Amaria King. A little bit unsuccessfully that time, and the Conquerors lead 2-1. Amaria King has 110 kills, now 111 in 23 sets played, plus 3 more points. Match just underway. Freshman Hadley Dantzler now serving for Trinity Christian. Ross sets this one up for King, and the kill is good. In a losing effort last night, Amaria King picked up 20 kills against Providence in 4 sets played. Hadley Dantzler now ready, serving with a 2-point lead for the Conquerors. Trinity has played some very exciting volleyball. Another kill by Amaria King, and the Conquerors lead 4-1. They've won their first 5 matches, including 5-set wins over Class 7A Creekside and Class 7A Bartram Trail. That is not easy to do. In fact, Creekside was ahead 2-0, and the Conquerors won 3 in a row. 3 very tight sets, that is. Here's Gracie Alney, and this one out of bounds. And a point for the Flashes. They're on the board, trailing now 4-2. King led everybody on the court in that match at Providence with 20 kills. Providence had Robinson repass with 17 to lead the Stallions. There's King again. This one is knocked up into the air, chased down by Harley Gwynn, and a beautiful return from Emma Jarrett. And a point scored, however, Gracie Alney and Ariel Ross teaming up at the net. I believe if I saw that right, that was Gracie Alney. And the Conquerors lead 5-2. Allie Carter checks in for Sheridan Beck. Carter wearing the Libero jersey, the dark gray for the Conquerors. As is Lauren Vroman for the Flashes. Vroman wearing the gray number 20 on the right side. Carter wearing that gray number 11 on the left side. And this one goes out of bounds, and the Conquerors lead 6-2. I'm Ray Bureau. My son Dean is our cameraman here at TCA. Dean is a senior at the University of North Florida and a graduate in 2018 right here at Trinity Christian Academy. And that one into the net a couple of times, and the Flashes are unable to make the return. So TCA up to a quick 7-2 lead. Vroman with a nice one-handed return. Set up for King. Kill attempt might have gone out of bounds, but Vroman unsure, made the play, and the Flashes with a really nice return. That was Gorey who made that overhead shot a moment ago, and Gracie Alney gets the point for the Conquerors. Maggie Gracie Alney has 14 kills coming into tonight's play. She just picked up another one. More importantly, it gave her team a 6-point lead. Alyssa Cruz out. Allie Tamara's in, and a freshman Ariel Ross now serving for the Conquerors. Ross and King and Dantzler, freshmen on this team, are going to start drawing big-time interest in the near future. That one, however, into the net. And the Flashes take possession and the point. Number 18, Lindsey Garrison, now onto the court for Hilliard. And serving is senior Vivian Gorey. That one goes into the net. Conquerors regain their 6-point lead. And Amaria King now getting ready to serve. And a good serve by King. She has 14 aces entering play tonight. And a double hit violation. Garrison laughs that one off. The Conquerors lead 10-3. And King with a good serve to the back of the court. Raises off the ceiling, stays in play, and that one is into the net, and Trinity has an 11-3 lead. Glad you're joining us here on YouTube, TCA Conquerors Athletics. Plop down a comment. Let us know you're watching. If I see your name on the screen, I'll give you a shout out. Layla Brooks into the net, and a point scored for the Flashes. On the defense was senior Lindsey Garrison. So the seniors on the Flashes are Emma Jarrett, Harley Gwynn, Catherine Crump, Isabella Geiger, and we'll give you the rest in just a moment. King, the one-handed return, comes up short into the net. 2 points in a row for the Flashes. They still trail, though, by 6 at 11-5. Senior Lindsey Garrison and senior Vivian Gorey. So all these young ladies enjoying their final season in the classroom and on the volleyball court for the Hilliard Flashes. Gracie Alney with the return, bumped up into the air by Jarrett, and then some miscommunication. An unforced error gives the Conquerors a 7-point lead at 12-5. Middle school Conquerors went over to Bowles this afternoon, both the blue team and the independent middle school conference team. Unfortunately, Bowles took both those matches. I don't have the scores, but Bowles prevailed both times. Here's Dantzler, deflected at the net by Garrison. This one set up for Dantzler again, and a really good play on the other side of the court. That was Jenna Hall just a moment ago. This one, however, out of bounds, and the Conquerors lead 13-5. Timeout called by Hilliard head coach Denisha Alderman with the score. Conquerors 13 and the Flashes 5. This Friday night, varsity football back on the home turf as Trinity Christian Academy, undefeated at 3 wins, no losses, take on Clearwater Academy International, also undefeated, 3 wins, no losses. That's going to be a battle of 2 of the mightiest here in the state of Florida. We have a pregame show at 7:15 on our audio broadcast channel, MixLR. So go to mixlr.com, search Trinity Christian Academy Jacksonville if you haven't bookmarked that site yet, or do the same on the MixLR app and enjoy great football action on the gridiron as the Conquerors are in their last of 3 in a row home games before they go to Columbia next week and Bowls the week after. So Joel Milligan and I will join you at 7:15 and the kickoff at 7:30 on mixlr.com. Allie Carter now serving for the Conquerors. And the senior has 9 aces coming into today's play. She is very good on defense and assisting as that one goes out of bounds. And the Conquerors now lead 14-5. Carter playing libero tonight. This serve is out of bounds, just wide of the stripe. And a point for Hilliard. And Flashes still trail, however, 14-6. Tap over. Diving effort from Tamaris, keeping that ball off the floor. And here's Tamaris for the kill. And right into Vroman. Vroman with the bump, the set, and a nice return. Gwen with the tap, and a point as the Conquerors have a violation. So 14-7, Conquerors still lead. This is Jenna Hall serving out for Hilliard. And that's Dancer with the tap, and the Conquerors have rebuilt an 8-point lead. Sheridan Beck checking in, and Layla Brooks will head off, and Beck will come on to serve. If you haven't seen it yet, go to tcajax.org/athletics, click on volleyball, then click news, and read about Sheridan Beck, our latest player profile. And at the end, she gives a very powerful testimony of her Christian salvation. Sheridan Beck, our latest player profile. There's Tamaris with the kill and the point for the Conquerors. Allie Tamaris had 4 of those entering play tonight. She just got number 5. And the Conquerors lead 15-8. That has been called an overturn, which I did not notice as I was trying to check on Tamaris' numbers. And now we have a whistle with the ball in flight and a violation against the Conquerors. So 15-9 is your score. Stats for Hilliard not available. As I've said in the past, some coaches like to keep that information private, and we always respect that decision. King one-handed return, and that one goes up between that new curtain bar hanging down and the rafter, so it did not hit anything. Stayed in play, and the Conquerors get the point. Dantzler on the block on the kill attempt from Vivian Gorey. 16-9, Conquerors lead. Allison Cruz with 2 aces coming into tonight's play, but she does a good job getting the serve into play. Here's King with the kill, and it's good. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a freshman on the court, and she's been doing that on the varsity roster since 7th grade. Cruz with a good serve and the ace. Cruz gets 89.2% of her serves into play. Only 7 errors on the season entering play tonight. (18-9), the Conquerors lead. Gorey with the tap and the point on the kill. Block attempt from Ross and Dantzler, but the point on the board. And the Flashes are now in double digits. Heading back to serve, senior Harley Gwynn. Now, Hilliard played Hamilton County on September 2nd. That score's not been reported, so I don't know if they won that game or not. But again, check those box scores. You'll see Hilliard, even though the wins haven't happened, they've really played some good volleyball. They trail 18-11 right now with Gwynn serving. Here's King. Went up as if to kill. Instead, a gentle hit. Diving attempt from Jenna Hall. It's 11 for the Flashes, 19 for the Conquerors, and Hadley Dancer now serving. Dancer's got 95.7% of her serves in play. Only one service error coming into today's play, and the point for the Flashes. I saw that right, Vivian Gorey. 19-12. Hilliard still needs to rally, trailing by 7. And out one is good from Emma Jarrett. Deficit down to 6 for Hilliard. Substitution, and we will see Haley Dennis, a freshman, onto the court, checking in for Jenna Hall. Good line drive, serve, and the point. A couple in a row, and that deficit down to 5. The JV match, Trinity won in 2 sets, 25-14 and 25-18. And in set 1, Trinity scored 15 consecutive points. Here is Amaria King with the kill. And that puts Trinity at the 20-point mark. The JV Conquerors in set 1 trailed 10-5. They scored 15 in a row, with sophomore Kelsey Flowers serving up 14 of them. And before they were done with that run, they were ahead 20-10. Ariel Ross with the serve now for the Conquerors, 20-14. Gracie Alney is blocked. That is Glory at the net for the Flashes. And a double hit violation called against Emma Jarrett. And the Conquerors need just 4 more to win set 1. Ariel Ross, the freshman, grazes the net, gets the ace, and the Conquerors are 3 points away. Ross had 8 aces coming into tonight's play and a 98.4% service percentage with only 5 errors. And that one is out of bounds off Delaney Bernard. So the Conquerors are 2 points away from taking the first set. That one goes out of bounds. No, it was tipped. So the Conquerors need just 1 more. It's 24-14. Ross getting ready to serve. Potential set point. Ross keeps that one off the floor. This is Brooks. Chased down by Gwynn, and a great return. That is Emma Jarrett. From her knees, King's kill attempt goes off. Laura Vroman and the Conquerors win set number 1, 25-14. We'll take a 3-minute timeout, get ready for more action. You're watching Conquerors Varsity Volleyball on TCA Conquerors Athletics. still about a minute 10 away from set number 2, so we'll take a look at the upcoming schedules for both the Flashes and the Conquerors, and as we normally do, we'll start with our guests. On Thursday the 16th, Hilliard is at West Nassau in Callahan. That game will begin at 6:30, the varsity match will. Then it's Hilliard home against University Christian on Monday, September 20th. Then at Lafayette in Mayo on Tuesday the 21st. And finishing off the month of September, Hilliard is home against Yulee on September 27th, home against Baldwin on the 28th, and at Baker County on Thursday, September 30th. For the Conquerors, after tonight's match, varsity will play in the River City Classic this Friday and Saturday. Times and opponents still to be determined. The next home match will be on September 21st against Harvest Community. We will not be able to bring you that game because Dean and I will be working at Trinity Baptist College Eagles men's soccer on the 21st. Then on the 23rd, it's the JV against Old Plank Christian at 5:30 and the varsity against PK Young at 6:30. Those are home. We'll see if we can bring you those matches. Not sure yet. That is a maybe for those matches on September 23rd. Finish off the month of September at the next break for the Conquerors. Ariel Ross with the point, and the Conquerors lead 1-0 after winning set number 1 by a score 25-14. September 28th at Episcopal, that's a district match. The IMSC, the JV, and the varsity all playing at Episcopal on September 28th. All that action starts at 4:30. That one comes up a little bit short. The Conquerors get the first 2 points. Finishing off the month of September on the 30th, it's the Conquerors at home against St. John's Country Day School. JV varsity doubleheader beginning at 5:30. It looks like we will very much likely be able to bring you that one here on TCA Conquerors Athletics on YouTube. Ross with the kill attempt. That went right at Vroman, but the return attempt comes up short. Trinity 3, Hilliard nothing early on in set number 2. Freshman Hadley Dantzler is doing the serving for the Conquerors. Beck sends that one forward to set up. Michaela Markham found Ross, and Ross was able to make the return. But that one off Beck onto the floor. Vivian Gorey scores the point for the Flashes. They're on the board. It's 3-1 Conquerors. Senior Emma Jarrett now ready to serve. And a whistle. We'll see who gets the point. That'll be the Flashes. Once again, Vivian Gorey getting it done at the net for Hilliard. Emma Jarrett gets the whistle. Takes her time. Now ready, and the serve. Good serve off the hands of Beck. Chased down by King. And then Allie Carter makes the overhead return. And that one too strong from Gorey and out of bounds, and the Conquerors break the serve, get the point, and lead 4-2. Michaela Markham now serving for Trinity Christian. Markham, a sophomore. And ready with the serve to the backcourt. This one is set up, and Gorey bumps it on over. That is Maya King wearing number 20, the older sister of Amaria King. And that one onto the floor. And Hilliard gets the point, trails 4-3, but now has a chance to tie the score. So both Amaria and Maya King out there on the court. Amaria is number 23 and Maya is number 20. Maya, a senior, one of our 6 seniors. And if not for the fans over there on the stage, we could see those terrific portraits of our 6 seniors up there on the wall. 5-3 as Ariel Ross gets ready to serve. that one out of bounds. Diving effort by Laura Vroman, and the Conquerors lead 6-3. Freshman Ariella Ross now serving. And that one is good from Lindsey Garrison off Gracie Alney, and the Flashes get the point. Heading back to serve will be freshman Haley Dennis. That's King, but too strong and out of bounds. So Hilliard trailed 6-3 just 1 moment ago, has cut it down to 6-5, and now Dennis could tie the score. And a great serve right inside the backcourt. Perfectly paced, and we are tied at 6. Haley Dennis with an absolutely terrific serve. Six is the tie. And Maya King does the same as we saw Dennis do a moment ago, but this time on the volley, right inside the corner, and the Conquerors have regained the lead. Now, we mentioned a few minutes ago, Trinity Baptist College men's soccer, both the men and the women's team for TBC made the top 10. In fact, the women made the top 5 of the National Christian College Athletic Association's weekly poll and weekly ranking. That one goes under the net. Conquerors lead 8-6. So congratulations to TBC Eagles Soccer, the men's team number 10 in the nation, and the women's team number 5. Women's team had 2 big wins, 9-0 and 8-0 in their first 2 games. Now, unfortunately, both teams have had to cancel a couple of games in the last few in the coming days due to the reason we don't want to mention. But they have had a fantastic start to the 2021 season. The men have not played a conference game yet. They had to cancel one just a few days ago. Hilliard with the point. It is 10-6 Conquerors. Check that, Conquerors with the point. I saw the ref point to Hilliard, but he was saying it was a Conquerors point. Here is Allie Carter with the serve. That one very nearly got inside the post, but out of bounds, and the Conquerors lead by 5. Allie Carter now serving for TCA. This one's set up for Dantzler. Tap over and a diving play by Jarrett. And from her knees, Peyton Self, a freshman, able to keep the ball off the floor. And a big hit, however, from King, and the Conquerors get the point. 12-6, Conquerors lead. Allie Carter on a really nice run. Carter has got in 93.9% of her serves coming into tonight's play. This one's set up for King. She taps it over with 2 hands. And a collision right in front of us. Looks like everybody's all right. The point goes to the Conquerors, but more importantly, both Peyton Self and Harley Gwynn able to get right back up after the collision. Didn't hit each other all that hard, and that's good news. That floor is called hardwood for a reason. It is very hard. Sidearm delivery from Gwynn. Maya King to the left side, but out of bounds. 13-7, the Conquerors lead. Hilliard's Jenna Hall now serving. Markham sets up Dantzler as she mistimed her leap. And a point on the board for the Flashes. Jenna Hall is ready to serve. That is Amaria King, but she gets a little too much of it. It's out of bounds, point for the Flashes. But now the officials are saying that last ball was tipped, so it's going to be Conqueror's point and serve. (14-8), the Conquerors lead. Maya King now back serving for TCA. Maya getting some cheers from the fans behind her, and here is her serve. Really nice overhead shot from Gwen. There's Amaria King looking for open floor, and Gwen once again, but will be called for the double hit violation. Point for the Conquerors, who lead 15-8. That's Travis King, a senior wide receiver on the football team, scored his first varsity touchdown last Friday night. We're going to see him on this floor a little bit later on, as he is one of our exceptional basketball players. That last hit just inside the corner, and the Conquerors lead 16-8. King caught a 32-yard touchdown pass from Colin Hurley, one of 6 TD passes that Hurley put on the board last week. This past Friday, they're going to play a very good Clearwater Academy International this Friday night. King's hit is out of bounds, and the Flashes get the point. It is 16-9 with Lindsey Garrison ready to serve. Sheridan Beck in for Maya King, who gets a nice hand as she walks off to the sideline. That one into the net, and the Conquerors lead 17-9. Set number 2, the Conquerors won the first 25-14 and lead 17-9 here in number 2. Carter bump, set, kill attempt from Ross, and a point for the Conquerors. Ariel Ross had 21 coming into tonight's play. Here is Amaria King serving with the Conquerors leading 18-9. That one hits off King and goes out of bounds, and a point for the Flashes. Vivian Gorey, probably her best hit of the night so far. Now checking in is Haley Dennis. Making room for Dennis will be Peyton Self, and serving will be Harley Gwynn. Conquerors lead 18-10. Ross off the net, inbounds, and a point for the Conquerors. 19-10 in favor of Trinity. Gracie Alney in for Carter, and Dantzler ready to serve. Gracie Alney misdirected this one just out of bounds. And a point on the board, 11 for the visitors and 19 for the home team. Emma Jarrett trying to pull the Flashes a little closer. Beck makes the return, unsure if that would have landed in or out, so she did the right thing. Here's Ross, off of Gorey, out of bounds, and the Conquerors have hit the 20-point mark. Kayla Markham getting ready to serve. Jenna Hall back onto the court for Hilliard. That serve goes right at Hall. Third hit for Dennis is just a little long. And a substitution will send Catherine Crump onto the court. And Markham is getting ready to serve with the Conquerors leading 21-10. Official on the far side just checking over the rotation and the lineup. Make sure everything is in order. We are ready to resume. Markham serves right to center court. And nice recognition by Amaria King, noticing that ball was a little too strong, and the Conquerors need 3 more points in order to take a commanding 2-0 lead in set play. Markham gets the whistle. She is ready. And sidearm return from Gwen. Gracie Alney going for the point, but a diving effort by Haley Dennis keeps the ball off the floor. This one is set up for Ross, and that one is out of bounds. Still a 10-point lead for the Conquerors at 22-12. Vivian Gorey will serve next. After the substitution, Lindsay Garrison in for Laura Vroman. King on the dive, sends us up front. Maya King scores the point for the Conquerors, and they need just 2 more to win set number 2. Ariel Ross chases this one down and gets ready to serve what she hopes are the final 2 points of this match, or set 2 rather. Diving effort, but out of bounds. Isabella Geiger with the diving attempt. And now Ross could serve up potential set point. And Ross delivers into the net. So Hilliard hangs on. It's 24-13. Hilliard will really have to rally to keep this one going. King with the hit, it's deflected, and the Conquerors have won set number 2. 25-13, and the Conquerors lead 2-0. We'll take a 3-minute timeout and get ready for set number 3, and the Conquerors will look to finish it off in 3, and we'll be back in 3 minutes. Conquerors won the first two sets, 25-14, 25-13, and now have a chance to finish the match in three. Hilliard looking to force us to at least set number 4. It will be Trinity with the first serve. JV won earlier 2-0. Those final set scores, in case you missed it, Conquerors won it 25-14 and 25-18. Both middle school teams, however, fell to bowls, and no shame in falling to bowls. They're always, especially in the middle school, among the very best in the conference. Well, Cruz will serve. Alyssa Cruz, that is, and the first serve goes for a point, and the Conquerors lead 1-0. Junior Alyssa Cruz serves up the first. Here is the next one, and defended in the backcourt, and miscommunication results in the point for the Conquerors. The River City Classic at JJVA. Varsity only on Friday and Saturday. Game times and opponents unavailable at the moment. That one off Markham and out of bounds. Markham tried to block Vivian Gorey's kill attempt. Flashes get the point. It's 2-1 Conquerors. Delaney Venard back out onto the court for Coach Tanisha Alderman of the Hilliard Flashes. Dancer had to regroup and was able to make a good one-handed return. Here's Brooks, and just a little wide to the right. 2-2 is the score, set number 3. Harley Gwynn serving for Hilliard. Both Markham and Gorey got hands on the ball, and Gorey wins the battle. Hilliard leads 3-2. And the serve is off Cruz. She bumps this one up into the air. Carter's one-handed return is into the net. Hilliard leads 4-2. Gwynn serves to the back of the court. Dantzler is set up, and this one just wide of the strike. Very close. I had to wait for the call, and Hilliard has a 3-point lead. Brooks is deflected up front. Flashes keep the ball in play and get the point. So it is Hilliard 6, Trinity 2. Hilliard has scored 6 consecutive points. And Brooks off the net. Third hit comes up short. The Conquerors break the momentum. Break a 6-0 run by the Flashes. Scores now 6-3. Hadley Dantzler will head back to serve. Gracie Alney in for Carter. And Dantzler with the serve just over the net. That one too strong from Vivian Gorey, out of bounds, and the Conquerors are within 2. Tap over right at Cruz. Gracie Alney unable to get there in time. It was out of her reach. She did all she could, but the Flashes get the point. It is now 7-4. And now serving for Hilliard is Emma Jarrett. Cruz digs this one off the court, but deflects it out of bounds. So a point for the Flashes, and they lead 8-4. Jarrett gets the whistle, and she's ready. Brooks is just inside the line. And that call being overturned by the official on the tower, so that will be a point for the Flashes, who lead 9-4. Emma Jarrett with her team leading by 5, ready to serve. That one would have landed out of bounds. Vroman wasn't sure, so she made the play. Vroman bumps this one up front. A nice little touch by Jarrett. Gracie Alney has it deflected, chased down by Gwynn. And Jarrett makes a nice overhead return. And Gracie Alney stays in bounds. Excellent shot, nobody there, and Gracie Alney gets the point, and the Conquerors back the possession. 9-5, Conquerors trail by 4. Maya King checks in for Sheridan Beck. Michaela Markham will now serve. This is the third hit. It's good. Cruz chases this one down, and Markham makes the overhead return. Dennis with the tap over. Set up for King. Dennis bump, set, spike, and a point. Perfectly executed by the Flashes, and Vivian Gorey, the beneficiary, she gets the kill. It's 10-5 Flashes. Dennis tried to dig it, but knocked it out of bounds, and the Conquerors get the point. Allie Tamaris in for Layla Brooks. Ariel Ross in for Alyssa Cruz, and Ross will serve. Carter on the defense. Ross on the return. Another bump, set, kill attempt, right at Ross. And we have a violation called against the Flashes. Point for the Conquerors. 10-7. They scored the last two after trailing 10-5. Hard hit, but right at Carter, and all she does is tap it up in the air. That was Maya King. Tracked down by Dennis coming up from backcourt. King to the back, and a little too strong and out of bounds. Well, the Conquerors are cutting the deficit down, but then Hilliard rebuilding the lead back up to 4. Delaney Venard, a junior, now ready to serve. She's just waiting for the whistle. And we are ready to resume. Tamares to the backcourt. Venard able to keep it off the floor, and a sidearm return. Gracie Alney right at Vromer. And that one is deflected out of bounds, so Gracie Alney scores the point. Conquerors still trail by 3 at 11-8. Dantzler back in for Coach Crystal Dow. Gracie Alney serving. That's Tamares, but out of bounds, and off the line judge, Hope Roberts. So So Roberts, a JV player, got in the varsity game right there. 12-8, Conquerors trail. Hilliard trying to win set 3 to keep this match alive. Conquerors won the first two, 25-14 and 13. King to the sideline, that's inbounds. That is Maya King scoring the point for the Conquerors. Maya King looking really impressive out there on the court tonight, getting a really golden opportunity. Kill attempt, off Ross, off the rafter and onto the floor. Harley Gwynn with that last hit for Hilliard. They still lead 13-9. Now serving is Lindsey Garrison. Markham chases that one down and Dantzler makes the return. Good teamwork by Markham and Dantzler. Here's Tamaris, comes up short, and the Flashes have reopened a 5-point lead. I see TBC Eagles men's basketball players in the gym. They're doing conditioning and getting ready to begin practices very soon, if not already. That one hit off the hand of Peyton Self and a point for the Conquerors. Last year, the TBC Eagles men's basketball team won 8 in a row at one point, 10 out of 11, and had just an absolutely terrific 2020-21 season. Coach Jones has almost every one of his players back this year, and they're looking to win the South Region Tournament, make it back to the national championships, which they did 2 years ago. This one is out of bounds. That'll be a point for the Flashes, who lead 15-10. Harley Gwynn trying to extend this current 5-point lead. And a point for the Conquerors. It is now 15-11. Gracie Alney back onto the court for Carter. Dantzler ready. And she delivers. And a point for the Conquerors. Gracie Alney just tapping that one straight down onto the floor. Conquerors trailed by 5 a moment ago. They cut it down to 3. And Dantzler is at the line. And that one into the net. So a point for the Flashes. It is 16-12. Men's basketball season really just a few weeks away from beginning. That one is out of bounds, and the Conquerors get the point. Trinity Baptist College women's basketball has won the last 2 Bible College NIT National Championships. Last year had an absolutely beautiful season and went to the NCCAA National Championship Tournament as well. Coach Judy Allen of the TBC Eagles women's basketball team, she'll have most of her team returning also. That point goes to the Flashes, who lead this one 17-13. And now serving is Laura Vroman. Gracie Alney with the kill and the point. Garrison tried to block, but Gracie Alney beat her, and Conquerors are back to within 3. Amaria King now checking in. She will take over for Cruz. Coach Dow making sure she has her rotation correct. Ariel Ross now heading back onto the court. She'll take over for Layla Brooks. Here's Ariel Ross with the serve, trying to pull her team a little closer. She does that on the first one. It's now a 2-point deficit, 17-15. Ross ready. Conquerors now within 2. Make that 1. Diving attempt from Laura Vroman. And now Ross could tie the score. Ariel Ross looking to tie things up at 17. And the point scored on the hit from Lindsay Garrison. Well, that stops Trinity's run. Gives Hilliard back a 2-point lead at 18-16. Now serving is Delaney Bernard. King with the kill and the point. 18-17. Amaria King gets that last point for the Conquerors. Hadley Dantzler in. We'll see which Conqueror's coming off. It's Gracie Alney. Allie Carter now serving. She could tie the score. Good serve. Dug off the court. That was Haley Dennis on the dig. There's King's kill, and we're tied at 18. That is her specialty. We told you 110 of those coming into tonight's play. Tied at 18, and the Conquerors are trying to finish this match in 3 sets. Carter sets this one up front. Dantzler too wide, and the Flashes have regained the lead. This is Dennis with the serve. Dantzler, the kill attempt, comes up short. Hilliard now leads 20-18. And to the back of the court. Markham with the dive, Dantzler with the return. Carter dives, keeps it off the floor. Third hit is wide. And now Hilliard is 4 points away from winning set number 3. Here's King with the tap. King again with the kill attempt. Collision, but everything's fine. This one's set up for King. And the point for the Conquerors. 21-19. Maya King ready to serve for TCA. She has 1 ace coming into tonight's play. Little punch, but it works. But it did land out of bounds. So Maya King has pulled her team to within 1, and we have a timeout with the score. Hilliard 21, Trinity Christian 20. We'll be back in 1 minute. Twice the Conquerors trailed by 5, 10-5, then 17-12. They came back to tie it at 18. Hilliard then went up 21-18. Right now it's 21-20. That one is out of bounds, and Hilliard gets the point and leads 22-20. Back in for Maya King, and for Hilliard, Vivian Gorey back onto the court. And Vroman came off. Here's King with the kill attempt, but she misses wide, and Hilliard is 2 points away from winning the set. Good hard serve. That one from King is inbounds with authority, and the Conquerors are back to within 2. Maria King will serve. Conquerors need 2 points to tie. And that one is good from Gorey. It is 24-21. Trying to serve up set point will be senior Harley Gwynn. Dancer's kill attempt is out of bounds, and at 3. 25-21. We're going at least one more. Hilliard will try to come from behind and force set number 5. We'll be back in 3 minutes. Set number 4 ready to begin. If Trinity wins, that will end the match. If Hilliard wins it, we're going to number 5. Hilliard fought back from down 2-0 to take number 3, 25-21. They had two different 5-point leads before Trinity tied it up at 18 all. Then Hilliard won 7 of the next 10 for the 25-21 set 3 win. Underway here in set 4. That one's chased down. A third hit is good, but King's kill attempt is strong, and Hilliard wins the point. Excellent job by Laura Vroman to chase that one down out of bounds. Give her teammates a chance to make the return. This one out of bounds, and now the Conquerors have tied it up 1-1. Hadley Dantzler ready to serve for Trinity. And her first serve results in a point for the Conquerors. (2-1), Dantzler ready to serve. This one is set up for Vennard. Off the ceiling, always tough, and that's going to be a 4-hit violation against the Conquerors. That low ceiling came into play on that last point. We're tied at 2. Gracie Alney gets the point, deflected off Gorey, onto the floor, and the Conquerors lead 3-2. Brooks in for Beck, and Ross ready to serve. And that's a point for Hilliard as Gorey knocks it over. And it gets deflected well out of bounds, and we're tied at 3. Lindsey Garrison in for Laura Vroman. Gracie Alney deflected at the net. Nice job by Garrison. And that one, a break for the Flashes. Rolls across the top of the net onto the floor. And Hilliard leads 4-3. Vivian Gorey now serving for the Flashes. That one into the net. Conquerors will take over, tied at 4. Now the Conquerors played 4 very intense sets last night at Providence. So you might think about the fatigue factor. Coach Dow will not let them give up. Here's Brooks. Right at Vroman. She bumps it. Here comes a third hit. That is a nice, successful hit from Vennard. Tracked down by Tamaris. Garrison hits Ross. Good long volley. Both teams playing well on the defensive side, and a point for the Conquerors. Gracie Alney and Brooks knock that one down, and Conquerors lead 5-4. Here's King. Good low line drive. Dug up by Vennard, and a good overhead return. Another diving play, set up and return. Vennard makes the final hit. Tamaris, that one hits the rafter. And as I always say, the ball hits anything up top. Never really know where it's going to come down. Conquerors catch a break. Haley Dennis checks in. Heading off is Jenna Hall. Trinity 6, Hilliard 4 with Amaria King serving. And that one is out of bounds, and the Conquerors lead by 3. King gets the whistle. She is ready to serve. That one into the net. Point for the Flashes. Trinity 7. Hilliard 5. Delaney Vennard now serving. Gracie Allen with the kill attempt. Deflected, then bumped up off the floor. Tamarez. Nice little finger tap over. Set up for Brooks. Kill attempt is good. Eight-5 Conquerors lead. Dantzler in for Gracie Allen, and the senior, Allie Carter, will now serve. And the ace for Allie Carter makes it a 9-5 game. 9 of those entering play tonight. She's picked up a couple. 94% service percentage for Allie Carter. And that one hits off the net onto the floor. It is 10-5. Conquerors looking now to pull away and finish this match in 4. They get one more, and it's 11-5. Allie Carter is ready. And that one goes into the bleachers, and nothing that Gwynn could do. So the Conquerors are opening it up now, 12-5. Third hit for Ross. She gets it over. This one is set up for Gwynn. And a nice chase down by Ross on the near sideline. Ross keeps this one in play, but it does not go over, and a point for the Flashes. 12-6. Flashes now looking to come back after trailing by 7 just a moment ago. It's now 6. And a point for the Conquerors. That 7-point lead is back. 13-6, Trinity leads. Beck in for Layla Brooks. And on the Hilliard side, Dennis out in favor of Jenna Hall. Senior Sheridan Beck now serving with her team leading 13-6. Garrison makes the return, but too strong and out of bounds. Conquerors lead 14-6, and they're starting to pull away. Serve from Beck, wide to the left. No, they're saying that one was in. Looked from this angle like it might have just missed, but the official on the sideline says that ball hit barely inside the line, and the Conquerors lead 15-6. Garrison, the one-hand return, a dive by King. That is Tamarez, and the point for the Conquerors. 10-point lead for Trinity Christian. Sheridan Beck ready to serve. And Garrison, an unforced error, makes it a 17-6 lead for the Conquerors. (17-6). Beck hits this one into the net, breaks the run for the Conquerors. 17-7. Laura Vroman ready to serve. Emma Jarrett now back onto the court. Dantzler with the hit attempt, and that one right at center. There's Tamarez, and blocked and knocked down by Vivian Gorey with the block at the net. 17-8. Vroman now serving. And that punch might have been out of bounds. It was very close, but the Conquerors had a setup violation, so the point goes to Hilliard. It is 17-9. Vroman ready, trying to put her team into double digits. That one goes through the rafters, made a little bit of contact, and an excellent job. Venard and then Gwynn on that last exchange a moment ago. After that ball went through the rafters, and then Vivian Gorey with the kill puts the Flashes into double digits. Great concentration that eventually led to the point. Great to see both teams, no matter the score or the situation, fighting hard. Dantzler with the kill attempt. Dug up by Vroman and returned. King taps this one over, but that goes right at Gwynn. Gwynn, the unforced error into the net, makes it an 18-10 lead for TCA. Alyssa Cruz back onto the court, now serving for the Conquerors. That one is tapped out of bounds by Ariel Ross. 18-11, the Conquerors lead. Bernard in for self, and now serving is Harley Gwynn. And we are ready. A slight conversation between the coaches and the official on the far side. King with the hit attempt. That went right at Gwynn. This one is now set up and returned, and that would have been out of bounds. That one is off of Jenna Hall, and a point for the Conquerors. 19-11. Gracie Alney in for Carter. Dantzler ready and the serve. Dantzler scores the point that puts the Conquerors into the 20-point range. 5 away from winning the match. And Dantzler ready with the serve. King bumps. Ross sets. King spikes. And the Conquerors get the point. Maria King doing what she does best. And now a substitution for Hilliard. Isabella Geiger heading onto the court. Emma Jarrett checking out. Dantzler trying to serve up 4 more points to finish off the match. Good readjustment. But that one went behind the post, and the Conquerors are 3 points away from victory. Dantzler looking for 3 more. She gets the whistle, and the serve just over the net, onto the floor, and an ace for Hadley Dantzler. 23-11, and Dantzler looking for 2 more points. Good diving attempt, and ball still in play. That was Bernard on the dive, and the Flashes end up with the point. So a moment ago, Bernard with the diving play, Gorey with the return. 4 hits for the Conquerors, and a point on the board for Hilliard. This is Geiger with the serve. And that is Gorey with the block. And a point on the board for Hilliard. They still need to rally, though, trailing 23-13. Geiger with the serve right at Carter. Set up for King. Tapped by Gorey at the net, and then the point for the Conquerors. We are at match point, and it will be Ariel Ross trying to finish this one off. Ross with the serve. There's Gorey, tapped over to Carter. Layla Brooks. And a really nice defensive play, but then the Conquerors get the win. Gracie Alney finish this one off, and the Conquerors win set 4, 25-13. Final score, Trinity Christian 3, Hilliard 1, 25-14, 25-13, 21-25. Hilliard won set 3, and then 25-13. Player of the game, Amaria King. She got a lot of help, however. And Maya King, we're going to call co-player of the game. She was really, really good out there on the court for the Conquerors and head coach Crystal Dow. Well, that'll do it for volleyball in the gymnasium tonight. Conquerors go to the River City Classic this Friday and Saturday. Their next home game against Harvest Community on September 21st. No broadcast that day. We'll have to see about the Old Plank JV and the PK Young varsity game on September 23rd. Can't make any promises either way just yet. Well, thank you everybody for joining us here on TCA Conquerors Athletics on YouTube. For head coach Crystal Dow and her assistants Emma Roberson and Kristen Buttry, thank you to the Hilliard Flashes. For Dean Bureau on camera, I'm Ray Bureau saying good.